Playing the guitar is more than just putting your fingers on the strings and trying to make them do something. Now that we have prepared the fingers of the left and right hands, we will spend time preparing ourselves in mind and body, the mind being most important to successful music making. Many approaches forget that the whole person is involved. The ears, the mind, and the body must all work together. In other words, music must be an extension of our senses, being directed by the mind through our body. The fingers of a guitar player are the point of contact with the strings, both receiving and sending sensory information to shape the sounds that the player and the listener interpret as music. It is this continuous flow of information that turns imagination into reality. That means that the more clearly we understand the basic elements of the music we are going to play, the more clearly we can express the music and the more clearly it can be understood. This is why we have called our program Guitar Interact, because we want to present playing as an interaction within ourselves and with other listeners. We must develop our conscious awareness to best internalize all the elements. Then the fingers, having been prepared also, can express our clear understanding of the music. Doing this, as we will see, takes some preparation, but in the end, less time is wasted by having a haphazard understanding. Therefore, each song, piece, or exercise in this program should be approached and learned by using a three-step process. The first step in our three-step process is to determine the rhythm. Rhythm is most important because no matter how well we know the notes, if they're not properly placed in time, the music will not come out clearly. So the way we'll work with determining rhythm is by simply using the guitar as a drum. So when we look at a piece, like we did earlier in the orientation, we'll look at the notes that form the rhythm, and we'll count those out while we're tapping the guitar. It's usually best to use one finger. The second step in our learning process is to actually sing the notes. Therefore, our ear will have a good understanding of how the pitches are going to form. So we can do that in one of two ways. One is using the note names, like G or A, or using solfege, which is a syllable we use for each step of the scale. So you may have heard this sung before as do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, making up the scale. The third step is we're going to visualize the movement of the notes. And that's the way, before we actually play, we're going to connect knowing the rhythm and the pitches with where our fingers are going to go. So we can do that by actually not playing the notes, but touching where the notes are on the guitar. And we'll get to that also shortly.